province today that this is what we are doing. This issue of HST is a provincial issue. They will tell us that it's a federal issue, but it is a provincial issue and it is their responsibility to deal with it. So let's let them know that we're not going to let them do that to us. I have some speakers for you. Chief Brian LaFour.
No HST! First of all, I bring greetings from my territory, the Mississaugas of New Credit, and I welcome all the citizens from the 4 directions here to our traditional territory to stand up for our rights. We're now at a threshold in our life as First Nations people to let the government know that we are no longer tolerating the injustices that they've imposed on us for years. We draw the line in the sand today to let them know that we are not tolerating the infringements on our treaty rights any longer. So, I say to you, and from the citizens of the Mississaugas of New Credit, no HSTs! Come up and say a few words. Thank you.
No HST! No HST! I've heard from many of the leaders over the last couple of days. I've heard from our citizens say, no HST! No HST! And our leadership and our citizens have said, enough is enough. As our leaders have said, the line has been drawn in the sand, and that we will fight this imposition of this tax every day till we see it gone. And the immunity, the tax immunity that we have as First Nations people is what we fight for. No HST! No HST!
Thank you. I see the signs and I'm with Andrea Horvath. I hope this is not a Tiger Woods thing. So. Anyways, Andrea Horvath is going to speak to us this afternoon.
Miigwech, thank you all for being here. Thank you, Ontario Regional Chief Toulouse and the Chiefs of Ontario, for bringing your people to the steps of Queen's Park to tell the Government of Ontario that you have treaty and Aboriginal rights that cannot be ignored. I'm here with my caucus colleagues that were able to come and join us today in solidarity. We have Gilles Bisson, the MPP from Timmins James Bay. We have Tom Miller, the MPP for Hamilton East Stony Creek. We have France Gélina, the member for Nickel Belt Riding. And Marie DeNovo, the MPP for Parkdale High Park. And we know that in spirit we have our federal leader Jack Layton with us today, and I have a little bit of bad news because he emailed me just before I got to the microphone to let me know that the federal legislature, Liberals, Conservatives, and Bloc Québécois have voted in favor of non-harmonization. But New Democrats stood proudly opposed in the federal House as well. Share with the First Nations people who have come here today that there are others in solidarity with us in this fight, including an organization called ACORN, including CAW retirees, including the Ontario Real Estate Association, condo owners, small business owners, as I already mentioned, the federal NDP, and all kinds of other friends from around the province who are opposed to this tax. Christmas Tree Association, okay? Condo owners, I've already said. Auto workers, of course, many of them are here as well. Police Pensioner Association, municipal retirees, all kinds of Ontarians are with you against this tax. Maybe for a different reason, but it all means solidarity. And this is a chance for us to stand shoulder to shoulder together and tell this provincial government that they are doing the wrong thing. They're doing the wrong thing to Ontarians and the wrong thing to the First Nations of this province. Apparently we have some steelworkers in the crowd as well, and I'm glad that they've joined us. Do you know what's happened here? What's happened here is Stephen Harper and Dalton McGuinty have decided to spring an unfair tax grab on Ontario, and they forgot about one thing. They sorted out all of the details in the back rooms. They had bankers lined up to sing the praises of this tax. But who did they forget about? They forgot about you. That's who they forgot about. They forgot about First Nations and your treaty rights. They forgot about seniors who are now forced to pay more on everything. And they forgot about small businesses in this province who are struggling just to get by. But you know, this rally is here because First Nations came, and they have a lot of things to say to this government. This government has talked a lot about forging new relationships with the First Nations of Ontario. But behind closed doors, they're making deals. They're making deals with the the federal Harper government. Deals that are taking place without the most fundamental thing, which is your right to consultation on anything that affects your treaty rights. This government can say anything it wants about it forging a new relationship. They can talk as much as they want, but it's their actions that speak much louder than their words, and their actions are shameful in this regard. Shame! So I know there are others that need to speak today, particularly your leadership, and so I'm going to get away from the microphone, but say thank you so much for being here, and know for sure that New Democrats are in solidarity with you on the Harmonized Sales Tax and on anything that negatively affects your right to consultation and that abrogates the Government of Ontario's responsibility to have government-to-government conversations with your leadership. Thank you all for being here.